Hi everyone, it's Deborah, and you're probably wondering what I'm doing with these big things on my table. These are a couple of the jars where I store my lace, and today is all about lace. I'm going to make a journal, and I have picked this beautiful paper from Stamperia called Old Lace. It's an old paper pack, but I haven't used it before, and I really want to make my stuff more lacy than what I normally do. It's not my go-to style, which is why I bought this, because I figured this would challenge me and push me to go into that lace direction. So that's why I've got my jars of lace out. I've started with this page and I've cut it down, and now I'm going to put a pocket, because this is going to be the front page of the journal, and I want to put this pocket down here and then be able to put things in it. So I thought that this is a good size. It's 8 inches tall and 12 inches. I've folded it in half, so we've got a 6 by 8 inch journal. Now I have to work out which lace I want to use. I probably need something, although I don't have to have, but I probably need something that's got a double side on it like that. Let's have a look in my jar, see what I can find. I've got this one, which is ever so pretty, so maybe I will use this one. I don't know. I've also pulled out a couple of other bits of dyed lace that I've got, like this one here. But that's not going to be big enough. But maybe what I can do before I put that pocket on is I can put some lace on the edge here and make this like a real lace vest. Okay, well maybe I'll even get a doily and put on there. I think I'm going to stick with the lace actually, not going to go down the doily path just yet. Okay, I've worked out what I'm going to do, so I'm going to put the lace down first. Now, I was a bit worried about whether or not the glue would stick to that lace, so I've actually sewn it. And I think that that's probably a better idea. And then while I was at the machine, I had another idea that I'm going to do now. Let me just cut these threads off and I'll do the next bit. Now I've got stitching on there. I think I'm going to cut the whole thing down and make this whole thing into a pocket, which I'll then stick onto the page. So it's going to be a full-size pocket here and then a little pocket in here. I'll just get this measured up for the centre. 3 inches. Now I also want to put some lace across the top here, and I thought this green one would put a pop of colour in there, but now I'm not so sure. I'll look at some others that I've got. I think I'll do this one here. And then this heart will stick on the here, so that I've still got that heart there. Now to make this heart a bit more robust, because it's going on the front cover, I'm going to back it with some file folder, some manila folder first, and that way it'll be sturdier on the front of the cover. And I'll put this down now, and then we'll put the heart on. So I've decided to put foam tape on here. I think that will be better, rather than putting it straight flat on the page. so that's one pocket. I'll just have to sew around there. In fact, I might just glue that rather than sewing it. I need something to go inside this while I'm at it. Gosh, I've got lace everywhere on my table here. Lace and papers everywhere. And I'm just wondering if I can put this long one in there, in the big pocket. I probably can. And then maybe this little one with the heart in there. So I'll go cut these out. And then this one can go in the front here. And then we've got one done, so we'll move on. See if I can get some more done. Look at this gorgeous paper, beautiful. In fact, they're all beautiful in this kit. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's see what else I've got in here. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's very me. I love that. Okay. And I also love these pictures here. I'll just see which ones they've got. They've got a couple of bodices here. I think I'll have a go at using those. I'm going to put this one on here, so I'll just cut the page down. In fact, I don't think I'll cut the page down. I think I'm going to make a pocket on the other side. Yeah, that's what I do. I'll make a pocket. So I'll just go and score this. I did actually do a second one. This is it here. So I've got some pockets here with lace on them. And then I've done this bodice with a little frilly skirt in some lace that I have. So I've got that. That's just drying off at the moment. And this is the third page. So I'm going to put this on here, and I will back it onto a darker fabric or a darker piece of paper. And that'll go on there, but I'm just doing a double layer. I've cut some lace and stuck it on here, and I was just wondering if I should cut away some of these bottom layers so that the skirt shows through on the bottom only, because I don't have any more of these. So once I do it, that's kind of it. I think I am going to take the risk though and do it. So I'm just seeing where I could cut that out. Like this center section here. Okay, let's cut it and see what we get. Yeah, I am going to do it. Too late now, it's done. Okay, and then I'll stick it on, and if it doesn't work, I think I'll work out what I'm going to do then. I may even put some lace under there as well, coming out the bottom there, to give that more as well. Just get some lace for that. Now I just use this little bit here for the top of the bodice, and before I do that sewing, I'm going to take it off again. So I'm always looking for teeny tiny little bits of lace like this, and I never seem to find the right size. I never thought before about taking that piece off and keeping it as a separate piece. Since it's going to be covered anyway by the paper once I do this little ruffle, it doesn't really matter that it doesn't have a top on it. Okay, I think that's probably enough to there. Let's just see how that's sitting now. Just need to trim this little bit off here that's not doing what I want it to do. Or I could stick it down, I guess. Yeah, put some glue on here. And then that will sit on top like that. Let's just check that out first. That's good, because you can still see a little bit of like the underskirt under here. And I think that that's okay. And then the most important part, which is making sure I get it exactly on top. Otherwise it won't look any good. Now, I don't like this bit, so I'll cut this bit off a little bit. And then I need something for up here because I cut that flower down. I can't remember if I was filming at the time I cut that flower down or not, but I cut it off, so I need to put something else on here. There's a cute little flower that fits in perfectly. There you go. So that piece is done. And now I would like to put it on here. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, how I'm going to bind this journal yet. I was just going to bind it normally, but I don't know now whether I'm going to change my mind on that, which I should probably figure out before I stick all this down. I've been having a few problems with the video recording, so I think some things didn't get caught. So I've now covered these tags, stuck them onto manila folder first and then covered them and cut them out, and they're all going to go in that front pocket. So we've got a nice thick thing happening in there. I've done this one with the pockets on, no, that hasn't got the pockets. This one's got the pockets on the inside, and I've done this one. So now I want to move on and grab my next piece of paper. What I wanted to use is the front cover. So it's got a nice back on it, but obviously you've got, actually this might be the back cover. Yeah, this is the back cover, but I still wanted to use it as a page because the outside of it is fine. And I had a thought about putting it together in kind of like a bit of a sandwich to make the page. So I've scored it in half, cut it at the 8 inches and scored it in half, and my idea is that I'm going to put it like that, hopefully, if it works out. I've cut another piece of file folder and I've scored it, and I was going to sit that in there so it's sandwiched both of those pieces like that, and then that will fold to the inside. And before I do that, I will put a pocket on here, so I need to cut that out, and on here as well. I might put that one on the outside as well. So let me just cut those out first. So that'll be the top. Cut that out at the 3-inch mark, and this one as well. It's a little bit off centre, but it'll do. I've just cut a tiny one on that because it's got this little bit of the picture showing. I didn't think about that before I cut it down. I could have cut it down with more of one of the images showing, but there, it'll do like that. They will both go to the outside if this works. I don't actually need that bit of glue up there. Take that off because it's going to be a pocket, so I only want the glue on the one side. And now you can see I've got a little pocket in there. And I'll stick this one down now. It needs a bit more burnishing. Make sure that they're lined up before I do this. And hopefully this will work, how I'm imagining that it will work. Actually, I do need some glue down the bottom here, don't I? Yep, so I'm going to have to pull this one up because I forgot to put that glue down the bottom. That's okay. Make sure that's going to stick. otherwise it won't be a pocket, it'll just be a hole and everything will fall through. And there you go, now I've got those two pieces together to form that page, and also two pockets on the outside. So on the inside I want to do some more decorating. Sorry, I've got things everywhere today, it's all clanging around, sorry about that. Okay, I have this piece of lace which is quite pretty, and I really like this sort of netted bit at the top as well. So I'm wondering if I can put that on there, and maybe what I'll do is I'll put it up this way and I'll make a pocket out of it. Because then I could put something in there. Let me just grab something, see if that would work. Oh, I've got these photos. I think that would work as a pocket in there. Okay. I don't know whether I should sew that on or just glue it on. I might hold off on that idea on this page, because if I was going to sew that on, I should have done that before I folded the pocket together, so the sewing wouldn't come onto this back page, and also I won't have a pocket if I do that. Well, I still will, I guess, because I'm only going to, oh yeah, no, it still would work as a pocket. And then I'd have to put something on the outside to hide those stitches. Yeah, I can do that. I think I can do that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and then I'll find or make something to go into this lacy pocket. I don't like that this is crooked here. It's bothering me, so I'm going to cut this one off. Obviously, when I cut it last time, I didn't cut it straight. Cut that piece off, and I think it'll sit better, much better. Okay, and then I'll cut it at the 3. And I just need to work out how much I want. Probably maybe that much. Yeah, okay. Oh. Actually, I was trying to find my big sewing scissors. I think I've put them away. Should have kept them out. They're much easier for cutting this than the craft scissors are. So they've got a longer blade on them. Okay, I'll have to cut that off because I've cut it very crooked down the bottom. But I think that's going to achieve what I want. Okay, I've sewn that down. I'm just going to trim it off now so that it is straight. I think that's pretty good. I'll just get this little bit on the back there. Yep, now that will form a little pocket, so I have to make some stuff to put in it. I've cut up a few of the tags, the other tags, and I've also got those photos which I might use in it. And keep that little bit of lace. I know it's not much, but I'll make something, and I'll need a little bit of lace like that at some point. You can just almost guarantee that. So let's move on. Oh, I just want to cut this bit off here too to straighten that up. Okay, now I'll just put that to one side because I'll work out what I want to do with that. I have this piece of paper which is just beautiful, and I've cut it and scored it, and I want to do this one as a pocket so that you've got room to put stuff in there. And then I was going to put this one and this one on it as well. Let's just see. Have that as a pocket and have that as a pocket. So let's start by cutting the notches first. I think these are 4 inches. So cut them at the 2-inch mark to make the pockets. and this pocket would be on this side. Right, hopefully they're all in the centre where they need to be. I probably don't need all of that either. I probably only need a little bit of that. Right. And then this is the next one. This is the top of the page, so I've actually got that upside down, so I'm going to have to turn it round, put it on this side. Okay, well that's lucky I spotted that, because now my pocket's in the wrong place, my little notch at the bottom. So what am I going to do? I'm going to score this and make that shorter, and that should still work out, and I will have to reduce the size of that one too, because that is now, that's all right, that will go on that side without a problem. Let's just recut this pocket shape here, this little notch I mean. Right, and then that will fold up. Oh, there it is. Couldn't find my scoring tool, but I've got it now. Yeah, I don't need all those. I should have thought of that beforehand, that I really only need a little bit to stick on the back. And this one on this side too. So I'll have to cut this one down as well. I've just been going through my lace and having a look at what I've got, and I don't know why, but everyone else's lace always looks nicer than my lace. Why is that, do you think? It's just like, well, why can't I have nice lace like that? Doesn't work like that though, does it? No. Just funny, everybody's stuff looks nicer than what I've got. I'm sure my stuff probably looks nice to them too, but I don't know, do you experience that, I wonder? Have you got that same feeling that you're like, you've got all this nice stuff, but it's never as nice as what the other person's got. Maybe that's, you know, the grass is always greener, that syndrome, whatever that's called. Okay. Now I'm going to add some lace to this. So I've pulled out a couple of things. This doily, I don't really like the doily, but I like the lace around the edge of it. I'll put this lace down here as well, and I thought I might put a bit of this along here too. This isn't lace, it's a bit of ribbon. Maybe it'll look all right if I put some on there. No, I don't like that. I will use that somewhere else though in a moment. Got some little old doilies here as well that I thought I might cut up. Now I need to make something to go in the pockets. I do want to put something on here before I do that though. Okay, I've got all those sewn on, and I'll just show you what I've done. I just need to cut all these threads first. Looks like we're going to get more rain today. Had a lot of rain this week. And this morning it was lovely and sunny, and now it's all dark again. I won't complain though, because it's a beautiful day weather-wise because of the temperature, just perfect. Sort of probably low 20s, and of course we're in winter now, so it's pretty good. Alright, so now I've got this done, and I will cut some of these tags out, although they're probably not going to be long enough. But because I've sewn down here, my pockets become smaller, which isn't such a bad thing actually. They might have been a little bit too big beforehand. So I've got some lace down here, lace on this side as well, and then I've got the 3 pockets, 1, 2, 3. I need something to go on here now. I'm thinking that I've got these images here. I really like that one. And I probably don't need images everywhere. I could just put 2, so when you, or just the 1, so when you open that up. Yep. I think that goes really well with the lace that I've sewn on here. Get this one down. This is just one of the Tim Holtz found relatives, but I think it suits this lace album that I'm doing, these sort of old-fashioned images. I'm just going to give her a bit of a tilt. I don't normally tilt. For some reason I think that looks quite good tilted like that, and blends in beautifully. I want to cut this beautiful thing out. This corset, that's what it's called, a corset. I'll cut it out. So I think I'm going to stick something on the outside of here. I've got this bodice that I've cut out from one of the tags, so that's going to go on the front, and then I think I'll stop on this project for now, and I'll pick it up again hopefully tomorrow. We'll see how my time pans out. Okay, I think that's looking good. So this is Deborah. Thank you very much for joining me.